A British intelligence officer was found dead inside a locked sports bag placed in the bathtub of his own apartment. There were no fingerprints, no signs of forced entry, and no clear explanation. Authorities later said no definitive conclusion could be reached. But this case refuses to stay quiet. Because when someone trained in intelligence disappears under these circumstances, questions don't fade, they multiply. His name was Gareth Williams. He worked for MI6, Britain's Foreign Intelligence Service. Not as a field agent, but as an analyst, someone trusted with information most people will never see. He lived quietly, avoided attention, and left little trace of his work behind. Until the day his name entered public record for a reason no one expected. Before intelligence work, Gareth Williams was a mathematics prodigy. He studied at the University of Manchester, where lecturers described him as gifted and intensely focused. Mathematics trains the mind to find patterns, eliminate errors, and question assumptions. Those same skills would later define his professional life and make his case difficult to explain. After university, Williams entered government service. Publicly available information suggests his work involved encryption, cyber intelligence, and financial tracking. These are quiet roles, far removed from action scenes, but critical to national security. Analysts like Williams don't chase danger, they interpret it. And sometimes they see it before anyone else. Williams lived alone in a secure London apartment connected to his work. Family members described him as kind, gentle, and reserved. He kept his personal life private, not unusual for someone in intelligence. Later media attention focused on personal items found in his home. But privacy does not explain how someone loses their life under such unusual circumstances. In August 2010, Gareth Williams failed to appear at work. This was immediately noticed. When someone in intelligence breaks routine, it matters. After several days, authorities entered his apartment. What they found inside would become one of the most puzzling discoveries in modern British intelligence history. Inside the bathroom, police found a red sports bag placed in the bathtub. Inside the bag was Gareth Williams. He had been found dead. The bag was locked from the outside. No signs of forced entry were reported in the apartment. The scene raised immediate questions that would never be fully answered. Forensic experts later stated it would have been extremely difficult for Williams to place himself inside the bag and secure it alone. No external fingerprints were identified on the zipper. No clear timeline could be established. Instead of clarity, the physical evidence deepened uncertainty. Authorities concluded that no definitive explanation could be established. The incident was not formally classified as a confirmed criminal act. MI6 released limited statements, citing national security. Much of the surrounding information remained restricted, leaving the public with fragments rather than answers. This is where public attention sharpened, not because of accusations, but because of silence. When details are withheld, curiosity fills the gaps. The absence of information became part of the story itself. Not proof of wrongdoing, but a reminder that intelligence cases rarely unfold in full view. Analysts like Williams operate under constant pressure. Their work intersects with global finance, security threats, and digital surveillance. Even without visible danger, the responsibility is immense. And when something goes wrong, the consequences are rarely simple or public. Over time, the case became the subject of ongoing public speculation. Journalists, experts, and observers questioned how such an event could occur without resolution. Not to assign blame, but to understand how a highly controlled environment produced such an uncontrolled outcome. One forensic detail continues to draw attention: the mechanics of the bag itself. Structure, stiffness, and locking mechanism raised doubts that were never fully addressed publicly. This single detail reshaped how many people viewed the entire case, yet it remains officially unresolved. Cases involving intelligence often end quietly. Files close. Attention shifts, but unresolved cases leave echoes. Gareth Williams' story remains cited not for what is known, but for what remains unanswered. And in intelligence history, unanswered questions matter. Gareth Williams spent his life solving complex problems hidden from public view. Yet his own case remains unresolved, not because it lacks interest, but because clear answers never emerged. This story isn't about accusation. It's about unanswered questions, restricted details, and the quiet realities of intelligence work. If this case made you pause, reflect, or question what happens behind closed doors, stay with us. Subscribe to the channel for the full documentary series, where we explore more real cases that history never fully explained.